And just touching on that point, like, we're all unique. A lot of people talk about oversaturation in the market. Oh, there's so many other podcasts. That's what people say. No, there's no such thing as oversaturation. What you love, what your idea is, you're even contemplating about the product. You don't know if there's a market for it. Just put yourself out there and you'll be found. There's no such thing as oversaturation. Your unique gift, your startup is the gold mine. You're the gold mine. And it's about putting that out there, garnering the attention. Any other questions?
Do you use sponsored ads?
Do I use sponsored ads? Mm-hmm. What do you mean?
Can you find any value in them?
In paying for ads?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that's a great question. So what you could do is, before you pay for the advertisement, put it on your organic social media first. See if people like it first. Because when you sponsor it, it's just putting like fuel on the fire. So you put it out as organic content, and then once you see what does well, what performs well, what people are reacting to, then you run the advertisement against that. So yes, sponsored ads are great, but you've got to first master organic social media content, right? Because when you play around with it, you could do something. Hey, my name's Lois, guys. I have this product. Let me show you how it works. You do this, put it on your organic. See what people are saying, commenting, liking, right? And then you say, okay, that content did really well. People liked it. I have some extra money. Now let me run ads against it. So let's say you have a podcast, and in that podcast, you have an amazing conversation about your solution. That clip, 30, 40 seconds a minute, you have that, run an ad against it. Because you have it from the podcast. Now you don't have to create the advertisement. Now you don't have to go and pay someone. You don't have to go and pay someone, oh, help me create this ad. Yeah, you can do that, the more higher budget. But you can you're the content. You have the podcast, run an ad against that. See it do well organically. So that's very important. Another question?
What sort of ads? Because there's like, are you talking about Facebook and Google ads, or are you talking about when you like search up, say podcasts?
And that's like one thing I want to talk about. Like, you are who Google says you are. So I don't know, have you guys tried it? Have you Googled yourselves? Google your name and see what comes up. That's a very important thing. It's so important because this is why podcasting is so powerful, guys. And I'm waking people up because Google owns YouTube. YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the world. So that is so powerful. So what I was doing, like when you saw me when I first started this journey, times where I had to work a job and I didn't have a business, and I was like, when can I get paid from this at least? I love it so much, and I was just obsessed with it. What I didn't know what I was doing was I was building my brand. So when I Googled myself and I see what comes up on the first page of Google, when I Google my name, I was like, wow, it was all worth it. All those moments. No wonder when I go to meetings now, no wonder when I get clients. I've had clients before they've already consumed my content. So in the meeting, it's basically done. That's what, they can go in and listen to me. So that's what I want you to think about. When you can build a podcast, when you put out digital content, when people Google you, they can, first page of Google, they know who you are, what you stand for, and they can see this person's going far. I want to be a part of that community. I want to do business with that person. I want to invest in your startup. I want to buy your product and service. But that's the thing. When you have a personal brand, you control the narrative, right? Think about it. Maybe worst case scenario, one of you guys gets a bad review, right? Maybe people sometimes put out bad reviews, whatever the case may be. When you control the narrative, you control media, you can come out and talk about it. So this is all about being a step ahead of the curve, right? And we're living in a country, guys, Australia is very slow. From Fortune 500 companies to whoever, they're slow to catch up to this. I can't believe every business that I come across that don't have a podcast. I see Tankstream Labs, here they have a podcast, but they're not on video. Think about how much money they're missing by not being on video, where people can see you, relate with you, right? Tankstream Lab have events, they have all these amazing things, all these amazing people doing amazing things. What about if you just put video to that, and now you generate that community, right? So anyone can do this. It's the greatest era to be alive, and I hope you guys have been inspired by this. Please, any more questions? Anyone have any questions? Actually ask you a question. I want you to think about this question. Are you an authority figure in your space? I know you're an entrepreneur, well, you're a solopreneur, and you're determined, you're a thought leader, but the question is, are you an authority figure in your space? Because let's be honest, how are you going to separate yourself from your competitors? Where is your personal brand? And you know what? We have actually something very special for you. Follow me. you see, we have a scorecard, right? So you can actually evaluate if you're an authority figure in your space, because at the end of the day, when you are, you separate yourself from your competitors. That is where opportunities come to you because your brand is strong. You have brand equity. So for you to actually see how long away you are from that, or if you're close there, the link in the description, you can fill out a scorecard, and this scorecard is amazing because it lets us know and see where you are, and it's just for free for you to actually see where your business is, where you are as a solopreneur, and how you're going to get to that level of being an authority figure in your space. Because you see, here at ETS Rubasha Media, I'm going to be honest with you, we are at limited capacity. We only want to be able to tailor our clients to the ones we know we can deliver value, because value takes time and we want to be able to work with your business. But the scorecard is actually just for you to see where you are and are you an authority figure? Think about it, and we'll see you. Link in the description. You see, we are living in the greatest era to be alive.
The old empire to the new empire is seen in building a personal brand, because the old gatekeepers of media and reputation were just newspapers and the radio, and there was like, 10 of those, so you've got to be lucky to get on one of those. Now, in the new empire, in the clouds, you can build your own media company around you.
The social media revolution. My name is Sugira Rubasha, co-founder of the Rubasha Family Podcast and ETS Rubasha Media. We have built a media network. We have built a media empire, just a family. You see, everything that you desire in your life is on the other side of the steps that you take to get there. We all know social media is here and it's here to stay. We're going to be able to drive revenue to your business. I'll give you an example. The reason why you're struggling in this area, the reason why you need that strategy to be able to get to the next level is because of the imagination. You see, you created your business from your mind into reality. Your business is your baby, and it's how you portray that out to the world. I'll give you an example. What's the best way for you to get your business out there? What about a Q&A? You as a CEO sitting with someone within your staff, an office tour, a house tour, using content that can capture the audience, and you can run paid advertisements against that. Do you know how powerful that is when you have organic content posted and paid advertisements towards LinkedIn, Instagram, and all these social media platforms? You have the power to run a media network. However, there's only one more spot left in this program, and you have to fit a certain criteria. You already have to have a certain social media strategy. If you don't believe in social media, if you don't believe in media, you don't belong in this program. We are here for the ones who know exactly what we do and how we're going to amplify your revenue and your sales to be able to get your personal brand out to the world. So I'm going to be looking forward to having a chat with you.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.